maintaining an entrepreneurial marketing mindset, coming from 30 plus years and 4 startups of experience. This is not my work, it is simply my passion. Again, it's not my work, it's my passion. And how does it wear off on so many other contractors? This is my online toolbox providing weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing with an objective to grow your business regardless of size with more quality leads. The emphasis is on online marketing with a combination of education, strategy, and implementation. What we want to do is go back to this topic of how to maintain this entrepreneurial marketing mindset. And too many people will always ask, why does it seem easy for others? And the answer is simple, it's not. But what happens is we have to go back to how my online toolbox looks at its job, or I'd rather say its work, which is really just a passion. And the same thing goes for so many of our clients, that we remind them not to just look at it as work, but it is their passion. Of course, it has to be a business. Of course, we want to make money and all those other traditional values that go associated with, but passion is an intangible aspect that when it's nurtured correctly, you could do anything you want to do in your business. We want to go back in time. Specifically, we're giving the URL just for the few that are actually interested in these details. But when we were entering the industry, specifically, we actually had to look it up because we forgot when did we start the company, but it was in the middle of 2008. This particular website address, techjournal.org/2009/4/an entrepreneur's battle. It was specifically towards the challenges of what it took for us to enter this market back in 2008. We completely forgot that we even won a top 10 innovator award from Dell Computers just months after entering this industry. But as years went by, we changed from the original reason of why we entered the construction industry, and we morphed from software into marketing. And we were met with many different challenges because of the technologies, everything with marketing, websites, SEO, Google, email, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and even just last week we were talking about these QR codes, which you could pause this and scan if you'd like, and talking about all of the different changes that just keep coming and coming and coming. But we, over the time, have been able to embrace those changes, and we've won many different awards. We're just showing them to make a point that as the times have changed and the technology have changed, we have still stayed focused in on what our passion is. So even though we constantly do this over and over again to remind people that regardless of what your next objective is, you need to have a plan or it's just a dream. So we remind people, especially when it comes to marketing, it begins with education, and then of course comes a strategy, and then comes actually doing something and implementing it. But what we like to do in front of all of our tasks is to remind people to be passionate, because when you are and you have that part of your blood and your mindset, what will happen is the objective will be met. And even if you don't make it to the perfect spot in what we like to call castles in the sky, and you didn't get to those perfect dreams, you still went forward in the right direction. So when we are talking to people about our education, whether or not you have a website, is irrelevant, because it's always going to start with some capacity of learning, sometimes basic, sometimes advanced, or sometimes just in another extension of what you already have. But without the passion, it's all irrelevant. So that's why inside of our courses, inside of our consulting arrangements that we have, and implementations of ongoing projects, everything we promote this level of enthusiasm on an ongoing basis to assure that the contractors, when they're doing their work, you do help people fix their problems. You do help people create their dreams. What you want to do is embrace that and not forget that, again, yes, we agree. You need to make money, and you want to make as much money as possible. That's a given. But without that passion, it's hard for you to actually embrace everything you're doing and bring it towards the marketing of who you are going forward. So again, regardless of whether you have a website or not is irrelevant. If you have the passion and have an existing website, you could always get better and better with your marketing. And if you don't have a website, big deal. The vast majority of the construction industry is so far behind in their marketing, it's easy to turn it around within 1 to 2 years and be playing ball and not worrying about the past. What we like to do is remind people, as we've brought our clients into this passionate way of looking at their marketing. Even though we say websites, it's not just limited to websites. It's related to all facets of marketing. Yes, the website is a central component, but there's so many other supporting topics between the Google My Business, the social media, the videos and images. It all comes down to what's in your heart and what's in your soul to be able to promote the best of who you are. So if you go, hopefully you do go to our Instagram channel, it's My Online Toolbox, easy to find, you will see we are constantly promoting the best of who our clients are at that given time, and it's constantly evolving. So as you float through the pages, you will see project after project, from between remodeling, additions, bathrooms, kitchens, roofing, new home builds, all these other different types of elements of passionate construction. Yes, there are tricks there, there are tactics there on how to maximize these projects and help people with their ultimate objective of lead generation topics, but without the passion, we could never get them to this point. And yeah, sure, we could do a lot and skip many steps in order to say that we've put it on a website, we've quickly posted on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or whatnot, but the reality is our passion through education, strategy, and implementation over an extended period of time is what sets us apart. So even though, like a lot of times people will say to us, hey, Brian, did you hear, or hey, My Online Toolbox, did you hear about this particular competitor, that particular competitor? Yes, we've heard. Yes, we look. But at the same time, many people jump on the bandwagon just to make money in marketing for the industry because it's so easy. But we look at it more from such a strategic, long-term perspective that while we're happy that some of those competitors are there, we don't really think about them, only because if they don't have the long-term experience to be able to adjust with changing times, with everything, the way the industry works between giving a dab of education, then making the strategy, and then following through over a long period of time, we have that passion, and it's been proven time and time again. So what we want you to do is remember to bring that passion, bring this feeling into your business model. Embrace your clients, embrace your projects, enjoy what you're doing, and be blessed for the opportunities you've had to be able to be in a career where you control your destiny, and then capture those moments. And maybe your current marketing people don't know what to do. Then reach out to us. And if they do, turn it up a notch with them to be able to make sure that they're not just in a rush to be able to do the marketing, but they're able to do it correctly. This is My Online Toolbox reminding you to bring the passion and entrepreneurial spirit into your marketing. Please scan that barcode if you'd like to find the different ways to follow us for our weekly quick tips, or just go to the My Online Toolbox Facebook page or the My Online Toolbox YouTube channel and follow us there. Remember to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Stay passionate, stay healthy, and we will see you next week.